and I'm going to be sort of comparing who you should go with if you want to do a summer camp experience in America. So I applied with AmeriCamp last year, but this year I applied with CCUSA, and next year, well obviously this year didn't happen, so next year I'm also going to be applying with CCUSA. So a little bit about me. I went to a camp called Camp Fairlee in Maryland, or Maryland, I don't know how you say it. And it's a special needs camp for adults and children with physical and mental disabilities. And it's 10 weeks long. It was the best experience of my life, and I want to go again, and I can't wait to go again. So number one is CCUSA, so this is who I have reapplied to go with as a returner next year. So pros of CCUSA. They don't charge your camp to get your application. So when your camp logs on and finds you, they charge little to no fees to that camp. So if you're returning like me, I know exactly which camp I want to go to, so I might as well choose a company that's not going to charge them loads of fees, given that I know who I want to go with and they know that they want to hire me. So I guess that's not really a pro for you, more for the camp. But yeah, I still wanted to include that. You get a higher salary, high-ish, compared to the other two. If you're a returner, you can negotiate your salary with your camp, but just start straight off first year, then you your salary will be around $1,800, which is quite a lot, and you're probably just about break even, paying for flights and fees and stuff, and then the money you make back. So that's a big plus. I feel like the application process is pretty simple. I did it as a returner like a couple of weeks ago, and it was very easy. Everyone's very friendly, very helpful. They get back to you within a couple of days, or hours really if they're online. Yeah. Applications open early, so I've applied for next year before this year would have even started, and I think that's a pro because I'm really excited and I just want to go, so it's getting this application started as soon as possible. Yeah, I just can't wait basically. The fees that you pay are relatively cheap, so it is, as of now, £350 for if you sort your own flights out, or $625 if they sort your flights out. Now I always have gone with sorting my own flights out because I think I could get a better deal. I will fly to either JFK or a little airport closer to my camp, and then my camp sort the connection from the airport to camp. So I would rather pay less and then use my camp's transport than pay more and then have the agency sort out my transport. So those fees are relatively cheap compared to the other two. The £625, if they sort your flights out, then I think that's a pretty good deal, especially if your camp is in a remote location, so that your flights might be to JFK, to another airport, to another one maybe, and then to your final destination, and that can really add up. So $625 for an obscure sort of located camp is pretty good. It's also cheaper for returners, so the fees that you pay as a returner, even if you didn't go with CCUSA the year before, is $299, which is not that much really, and you will make it all back with the money that you earn anyway. So now the cons of CCUSA. There's not many. I really did struggle to find any, but it's not heard of so much. So CCUSA stands for Camp Counselors USA. The website is a little bit generic. It's not catered just towards camp counsellors. It's directed to all sort of exchange programs, and it's not heard of so much. You might think it's sort of like a scam maybe, because you just haven't heard of this name as much, but I assure you it's not. And 2 is AmeriCamp. So I went with AmeriCamp last year. Salary is about the same as CCUSA. You'll get paid about $1,800. It does go up in your returning year, and you can negotiate with your camp then to be paid more. The application process was pretty simple but longer because I was a first timer. With all of these companies you will have to do a video and a little segment about yourself, health form, police check. It's all the same process. It was made quite simple by AmeriCamp, but they don't have a central website where you can upload things. It's all done through emails, so you have to email your like little representative, and they will then pass on your documents. So it's a little bit, you don't know whether they've got your information. You don't, unless you keep track of it, you don't know how much you've paid. It's not like a central website like CCUSA where you upload all your documents one by one. It's all done through emails, but I do think they are revamping it for next year, so this information is correct now, but I'm not sure if they're changing it. They're very friendly. I can't complain. They always answered my emails, but the thing is that I kept asking what the fees were for returners next year, and they wouldn't give me a straight answer, which is part of the reason why I switched to CCUSA. So it's up to you really. The prices, the fees that you pay, I paid $299 without flights. I'm not sure what their pricing is right now because they have taken it off the website to revamp it for next year. So I would expect it to be about $300 versus $650 exactly. The third one is Camp America, the most widely known. Camp America is what you call Camp America even if you went with a different company, and I don't think that's going to change anytime soon, but they can get away with charging a bit more because they've got a flashy website, they've got the name, and it works. So pros, it's well known, they've got a good website, it's all very coordinating, if you know what I mean. They also will sort your connections when you arrive in America to get you to your camp. It's all very well organised like that. So if you're going the first year, this might be a good option for you, because I have watched many vlogs and have many friends that applied through Camp America who went to the same camp as me, but they arrive in America, they get put in a big hotel full of other Camp America staff who are going to different camps around your area, and then throughout the day the different camps send minibuses to then pick up the staff and send them out to the camps. So it's all very well organised. I, going with AmeriCamp, booked my own flights, arrived in America, and then contacted my camp to pick me up. If there was no big hurrah in a welcome in a hotel, but it's more long-winded, so people arrived in America, they didn't then go to their camp for another 2 days, whereas I flew straight into America, got picked up straight away and was in camp the same day. But they charge camp fees, so your camp has to pay a fee to get your application. So it means that smaller camps, so like mine who had about 70 staff, they will probably not hire many people from Camp America. So the smaller, more homely camps that aren't rich and haven't got all these facilities will probably not hire many people from Camp America, just because they have to pay Camp America to get your application. So the type of camps that you were hired at for Camp America is slightly different. You'll probably get onto those big water sports kids camps with 2,000 staff, and if that's the experience you're going for, then go for it. Another negative of Camp America is that you'll probably get paid quite a lot more than the people doing the exact same job as you. So I had a friend who applied to Camp America, got to my camp, was getting paid $800. I got paid about $1,800, so over double what she was getting paid for the exact same job. And as much as you say that you're going for the experience, wouldn't you like to earn double the amount and have all that spending money for all the evenings off and all the trips, and to have a little bit more money in your pocket when you come back than when you left? So that was all the pros and cons that I could think of for CCUSA, AmeriCamp and Camp America. It is totally up to you which agency you go with. I would recommend CCUSA for returners because because if you know exactly where you want to go and the camp wants you, you might as well streamline it and get it done as quickly and easily and more cheap as you can. If you are going for the first time, then it may be more beneficial to you to apply through AmeriCamp or Camp America to just have that support system of all the group chats, all the Facebook groups, to just build your excitement up for camp. You can join these groups if you're not going through AmeriCamp or Camp America, but yeah, it's totally up to you. One other thing that I forgot to mention is that AmeriCamp and Camp America will both do camp fairs. So if you don't get hired within the first few months around now, just through your application online, then you can go to these fairs and meet the camp directors in person, and you're more likely to get hired that way. So that's just something to think about as well. I hope this video was informative. Let me know if you've got any questions, anything at all about camp, about my experience, about applying, about anything at all. I love speaking about camp and I will answer any questions that you have.